The other day was Holocaust Remembrance Day, January 27th. 81 years ago this week, Auschwitz-Birkenau was liberated. Over 1 million people were unalived there. And given the current political climate around the world, the rise of far-right ideologies in many Western countries, and trust me when I say Canada is not immune from that specter, I think this is a moment where history demands our attention, not as trivia, not as something safely sealed off in textbooks, but as a warning, because the crimes committed during that period were not the result of sudden madness or chaos. They didn't begin with camps or mass graves. They began with rhetoric, with division, with the slow normalization of cruelty towards others. And at the same time, many people believed the politics of the party in power in Germany were exactly what their country needed. They believed it would restore pride, stability, and order. Most didn't realize that by silently accepting their neighbor's deportation, whether they were Jewish, Romanian, a member of the LGBTQ+ community, disabled, a political dissident, or simply someone the state decided didn't belong, they were also accepting cruelty, torture, violence, and worse. Their silence was consent. And here's the part people often forget. That party was democratically elected, and it had real public support, around 40% of the population for a time. So do not think for a moment, well, that was a long time ago, it could never happen here. Or, we learned from our history. History doesn't work that way. History is not a moment frozen in time like a Northern Ontario lake in winter. It's not an artifact to be studied from a safe distance. History is a river. It echoes, it ripples, it flows forward. The past flows into the present, demanding to be witnessed. In German, there are two phrases often repeated when remembering tragedy. Nie wieder, never again, and verret den Anfängen, resist the beginnings. Because the danger is never obvious at first. The beginnings are subtle. They often sound reasonable. They're often wrapped in fear, nostalgia, or promises of safety. And that's the hardest truth of all. By the time the danger is unmistakable, resistance is already costly. For us now, it may be too late to resist the beginnings, because it's already begun. The question is whether we recognize that, and whether we refuse to be silent this time. Because never again is not a slogan, it's a responsibility. And if it's going to mean anything at all, it has to mean never here. Peace out, and if you're not already following me, you should. It's going to be a ride.